Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we are in Palm Springs and we are here with Jessica Clark. How are you, Jessica?
I am so great. Thank you so much for having me, Matt.
It's great to meet you here. And for those that don't know, you're the host of a new, I don't know if I just would call it a web series. Let's just call it a streaming series called Coming Out for Love.
Yes, it's definitely a streaming series versus a web series.
Yeah.
It's the first queer women US dating competition show. So we're very
Yeah.
excited about that. And then the future plans are in subsequent seasons to expand it. So we embrace and enjoy and follow along on the road to romance for all of our LGBTQ plus community. So
Wow.
we're really excited. Yeah.
Well, I checked it, especially the trailer, because I went through a lot of the website and so forth. But the trailer itself, it was a good 50, like about 5 minutes, and you were featured on there, and you're all throughout Palm Springs. So you guys are filming this at the Palm Palace, I believe, correct?
Yes, this gorgeous giant mansion. So with sculptures and this huge pool and gorgeous lighting. And yeah, it was a really hard job to spend that much time with all of these beautiful, amazing women in the beautiful Palm Springs. It was terrible, terrible.
And they're all under one roof, correct?
They're all under one roof, and our inaugural lead, Amber, she is also under the same roof. So it
Yeah.
really gives all of the women opportunity to, develop relationships, friendships, the possibility of love, romantic love, and then the reality is as well that they're all women who love women, and so in a and so it diverges from sort of more mainstream sort of het cis shows like The Bachelor, where everyone's competing for time and for potential love with the lead. In
Yeah.
Coming Out for Love, there's also the possibility that they fall in love with each other, because that is a big part of our community as well, right? It's
Exactly.
yeah, friends turn into lovers, lovers turn into friends, and
Wow.
all the other combinations.
I love that. And so yes, and so they're all competing for to win over Amber Whittington, correct? Or as some of us know online through social, Amber's Closet.
Right, that's right. Yeah, she's fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah.
She really she's such an eloquent, evolved, conscious person. Very, I mean, if you know her as Amber's Closet, you know that she's very much an activist. She very much has made it a part of her personal goal and her personal brand to welcome people that are new to the LGBT community, that are unsure of how to present themselves, what's expected of them, like all of those things. Like she's really over the years sort of touched so many people in that way. And so to have her come and be the lead and have all of these fabulous queer women sort of, she goes deep. You know what I mean? She's not a
Yeah.
superficial person. And so we really get these incredible, deep, emotional conversations between her and the contestants.
Yeah.
So it's a ride. It's a ride. There's romantic love, there's friendship, there's toxicity, there's conflict, and not any kind of conflict that we had to manufacture, by the way. Like
Yeah.
we very much went into it wanting it to be, you know, as organic as possible. And the first few days, I was sort of a little concerned that we wouldn't have any conflict because
Yeah.
everyone was getting on so well. And then it transpired that there was personal history between some of the women, and it
Yeah.
all kicked off from there, basically.
Wow. Well, what's really interesting though is that we were saying at the beginning, it's a streaming, it's available through sites such as lesflix.com. And I also noticed it's called One More Lesbian TV. But it's really interesting because that whole world is kind of evolving and changing as far as these niche almost like channels, apps on Roku and so forth, but they're really focusing on LGBT content. And this is Nicole Khan is really striving to become one of the big ones there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nicole Khan is the creator and director of Coming Out for Love, but she's been a feature film maker and a documentary maker for many, many years. She was one of the trailblazers in lesbian film and lesbian romance on the screen. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of been really fabulous to see her take on this project. She's wanted to make Coming Out for Love for 15 years.
Okay.
And of course, the whole process of coming out has changed and evolved somewhat since then as well. So you
Yeah.
see sort of different representations of that. We have people that have genuinely sort of never come out to their nearest and dearest. We have one of our contestants is Ukrainian, and her family still live over there. It's a very conservative culture.
Yeah.
So we have, I think with streaming services, what it does is it allows for more risk, honestly. You know what I mean? Because with the mainstream media and with the networks and things like that, everyone's beholden to somebody else, the advertisers and this and the
Yeah.
studios, and we completely understand that, but it also makes it a little bit more of a challenge for them to take on a project like Coming Out for Love. At least initially, there was a lot of excitement,
Yeah.
but ultimately we decided that Nicole decided primarily that it was most important for the story to be told organically and under her care,
Yeah.
like for us, by us, as she likes to say, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I mean, I think that sort of the online streaming and the social media world and things like that, it's really opened up so much for sort of more, I don't like to say niche, but not the typical mainstream communities to kind of build their visibility, but build their visibility through their own community. So it's not just watching queer women through the gaze of straight men. You know what I mean? Like we welcome them. We want everybody to watch, straight, gay, bi, purple, green, like everybody. We really truly believe that that you're going to be on the ride and get caught up in these women and their journeys and their processes into sort of delving deeper into love. But it's not made through their gaze. You know what I mean? Like we made a real effort to represent true diversity. So that means body diversity, ethnicity diversity. We have a fabulous deaf contestant. We have people from small towns, large towns, like lots of people that wouldn't necessarily um, find themselves on a more traditional reality show, dating reality show, I should say.
Well, it's amazing. And but you've been doing this for quite a while, and in fact, I saved the best for last. But many of us may know you or recognize you because you've been on True Blood as well. And I'm a big fan of that show.
I have. I'm a huge fan of that show. I was a huge fan before I was even cast. And so it was tremendously exciting for me. And my first day on set, I will never forget it because, outside on the external, I'm trying to be like cool, calm, and professional. And on the
Yeah.
inside, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yes, yes. I played the mother of all vampires, Lillith.
Yes.
So yeah, that's still gotta be a highlight of my career.
I,
And to work with Alan Ball as well. It was just he's such a genius at, telling, because True Blood, as I know, like it's about marginalized communities,
yeah.
it's about
Yeah.
the prejudice and the bigotry that communities on in the mainstream face. And yes, it's told through a supernatural lens.
Hmm.
But that just gives you an opportunity that gives the opportunity for the public to grasp sort of what true visibility and true acceptance and all of that is through
Yeah.
the stories of these vampires and werewolves and
Yeah.
fairies and all of this fabulous stuff. So I just thought it was a genius
Yeah.
concept, and it was an honor to be a part of it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And so I know that from what I saw in the trailer, you're bringing a lot of that talent to the forefront here in this new series, and you're showcasing Palm Springs at the same time. They're going to love that.
I should hope so. I mean, and Palm Springs, I mean, it's kind of the mecca of LGBTQ plus
Yeah,
culture, right? And it's
yeah,
so beautiful. And I don't know, I just love like as you drive in and all the wind turbos, and it's just such a vibe. It's such an energy in the mountains and the desert, and it's so beautiful and the sunsets, and it's really, really a special place. So we were very fortunate to be able to be located there. It was really, really fun seeing the women, Amber, go on different dates with the women, kind of around and about, and get
yeah.
to know a little bit of what Palm Springs has to offer. And yeah, not that Palm Springs needs it, but we hope we bring even more visibility and people to the area because it deserves that.
I hear you. I love that. Well, we're going to make sure I'm going to link to all of not only the social media and this trailer and so forth, but I'm going to link all that from where we post these videos. And but mostly, I'm just really glad that you're able to take a few moments of your time here out of your day and kind of share a bit of the story of this new series with our audience.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and I hope that people watch. We're actually having our live stream launch tomorrow.
Okay.
So myself and a bunch of the cast and sort of our guest judges and things like that, we're all going to be together for a watch party.
Yeah.
And you can find that on comingoutforlove.com. It's going to be live on YouTube. and then that'll be the first 2 episodes will be
Yeah.
shown. And then on Saturday, those 2 episodes will be repeated for people because obviously tomorrow is a work day and business and all of that. It'll be repeated, and then there'll be 1 episode per week. We're not doing a binge show. We really want people to kind of be on the same page and go through it sort of with each other. You know, we don't want some people knowing what happened and some people not. So coming out for love.com and Lesflix, and you'll be able to access all of that. And I really hope people give it a chance, because it has all of the amazing parts of, you know, it's like sexy and romantic and fun and all of that, but we also get into some deeper conversations about the different things in our community that aren't really addressed, you know, because we're always having to put on this sort of perfect, what is it, the ideal token? I don't know. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, fantastic. And I hope everyone gives us a chance. And I appreciate, Matt, you having me on and helping us promote this awesome new show.
Well, thank you. And it's wonderful to meet you here.
Thank you. Same.
Thank you.